Oh no, that's the wrong screen. Oop. Hello everyone. Hello, welcome, welcome. Yay. um, yeah, today we are gonna be. Originally this was just gonna be a just chatting stream, but yeah, we're gonna be. Oh, let me move myself a tiny bit. Oh. Da da da. Yeah, originally this was gonna be a just chatting stream, but I decided to switch things around a little bit, and well, I had so much fun playing Passpartout. Yes, no, 2 days ago now, I think. So we're gonna be playing a little bit of that after just chatting, So, yeah, but today I kind of want to talk about like my experience setting everything up, trying to make the the streams for the entire past week happen, and kind of like what my thoughts are, what things will be like going forward, and hmm, just in general talking about a few more things. Also a few funny stories, a few funny stories I had along the way that I wasn't able to really share. The ones that kind of like didn't fit well into any of the other any of the specific streams. So yeah, I hope audio levels, I hope all the other settings are okay, because I did continue to I did continue to mess with things, but yeah. Hello Tiff, hello Kayla, hello hello Kaylin, welcome everyone, welcome. Yeah. Wait, I should change this. What should our title be? Okay, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, welcome. So I wrote down a few kind of like talking points, I suppose. But we'll just start off with my initial kind of like reactions, my feelings of my feelings of how everything went. So yeah, as you guys know, we did a few streams this week. We had the Louvre stream, the Palace of Versailles stream, the just like kind of the rest of the city, the normal sightseeing stuff. And that was really fun. I think overall I had a bunch of fun with everything. I had a bunch of fun with these streams. The main reason I think why they went so well is because I did do a lot of preparation. Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, I've been kind of like preparing something for for my entire Paris experience in the past like 2 months or so. Past 2 months ever since I arrived. I went to Paris in mid-May, so yeah, that was kind of like the result, the culmination of a lot of hard work, a lot of preparation, a lot of like emails, pictures, time with, as you guys probably saw, Google Slides and Photoshop. I made all the. Apparently, I'm supposed to use Illustrator, but hello, DJ Garcia. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. We're just talking a little bit about the past week of Paris streams. Yeah. I had a bunch of fun. If you missed them, do consider watching some of the VODs, because I think it's probably one of my favorites. Most how do I say this? How do I say this? The most proud I've been of a stream, maybe besides the debut stream. Yeah. Maybe besides my debut stream. My debut stream was very well organized. I'm very glad about how that turned out. Apparently there was a little bit of technical difficulties with how the with how the VOD turned out, but oh well. Yeah, but so I'll just kind of like start with the entire timeline, and and I'll go through how this came to be, So first of all, I started I arrived in Paris in mid-May, right? And we kind of I was really busy with a lot of stuff. I had an opportunity there, so I was spending a lot of time with that, kind of like getting used to the city. When I moved to a new place, when I moved to a new area, especially a different country, and the language is something that is a language that I don't really speak or am not comfortable with. It takes me quite a while to get used to feeling comfortable. Um, taking time instead of just holding up in my in my tiny apartment. It took me about 2 to 3 weeks to finally feel comfortable to go out to grocery shop, to do stuff, to be involved in the city. And so and the first 2 3 weeks were not too productive, I would say. But but eventually I had a little inkling of some ideas I wanted to do. I felt like it would be a great shame if I didn't do something in Paris for stream. So I was thinking about different ideas, different ways to incorporate the French the French culture, the French environment, the Paris environment into stream, into a little project or some kind of ideas. I was thinking about decorations or just small stuff. But then I decided to I decided to go a little bigger. Yeah, hello Zunjun. Welcome in everyone. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Just to give a little context, I've already left France. I've left Paris and returned home to Shanghai. Yeah. This is also where we'll be doing the second portion of second stop of the world the virtual world tour. It's kind of fun. I don't know, I just thought of a random name, but I like it. So I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I have time, but I'll do a little teaser. We'll be doing Shanghai next. Shanghai, China. If you guys don't know where that is, it's probably the most populated city in the entirety of China, and it's one of the most developed cities in the world. It's one of the top views. I can't speak. One of the top few mega cities, and I grew up here. Yeah. I'll be showing you guys a little bit about what life is like. I'll try to avoid a lot of the more more controversial stuff, and just showing you guys how the city is like, what life here is like, some of the history that was in the city, and yeah. Yeah, what living here is like, basically. And I think that would be pretty cool. But back to the Paris stories, right? Where was I? Oh gosh, I'm kind of forgetting. Oh right, yeah. So basically, it took me about 2 weeks to get acclimated with my surroundings, acclimated with living in Paris, and then I started to go out a bit more, and and kind of enjoy the city, spend my afternoons, spend my evenings just walking around, take really late night walks in the city, kind of feel the different aspects. Usually in the morning everyone's rushing to work, or very busy. During the afternoons, lunch times, people are more relaxed, right? They have some afternoon tea, or in Paris, it's a huge thing to have restaurants along the streets, and they'll set up outdoor seating, and so you can sit down and relax and have some fun drinking, I don't know, wine or whatever. drinking drinking wine or whatever along the street side, and that's pretty interesting. Mm. But after that, I finally was like, okay, I have a general idea of what I want to do for stream, right? I was debating between whether to do something light, something smaller, or or a little bit more, a bit of a bigger bigger project. I was worried if I would be able to pull it off, but you know, I decided to kind of like go for it. Mm. And I guess one of my main concerns was like what I should do with like how to show stuff. And so if you guys didn't know, I mentioned, I think in my yesterday stream, or it might have been the Paris stream, the third one, which was like I had a kind of weird philosophy when it comes to like when it comes to VTubing. I didn't really want to show too many photos of stuff that I did. I wanted to keep things more maybe perhaps a bit more distant, but yeah. I'm glad I decided to go with how things went. I went to a lot of the famous Paris places, the Louvre, for example, Palace of Versailles, and took pictures to share on stream. Yeah, it was a bit it was actually very difficult to set up because what's it called? Because it was I was a little bit worried about trying to get all the right permissions, trying to get all the right things when it comes to like, you know, museums and art pieces and historical stuff. There's a lot of like different parties with different authorities involved, so a lot of my time at the initial stage was trying to get permission to stream my photos from the Louvre and the Palace of Versailles. I had to like wait a few business days every time I sent over an email, and then I'll show them like exactly what I wanted to do, like tell them everything I did, and ask for permission for a certain day to take pictures. And even though, you know, even though we're a very small community and like small scale project, it still had to go through like the usual legal process, and so that took a very long time, and that's why I wanted to keep things under wraps for a little bit longer. And so the reveal was quite late, I would say. I wish this is the only thing I kind of wish I would do differently next time, is to get all the right permissions and then stream or reveal it and prepare for it a little bit more in advance. But after that, then there was the actual visit. So for the Louvre, I split it up into 2 different visits. My first time I was a little bit I went a little bit late, and so I didn't have too much time to tour all the places. So I ended up just going to some of the main ones, going to some of the, like, you know, the Mona Lisa, the Liberty Leading the People, some of the more famous statues like Venus de Milo, what else? The slaves by Michelangelo, stuff like that. And on my second trip, like about a week later, I took all the like photos and then videos as well, showing like what it's like to be in a room full of these all of these ancient but beautiful pieces of work. Pieces, pieces of art. Yeah. Okay, give me a second. Let me go grab some water. Okay, alright. I'm back. And so after that, I also had two separate trips to the Palace of Versailles. And yeah, as you guys probably saw, one day I think I mentioned this, but I am a very, very... I feel like this is a bad thing, I shouldn't really say, but I'm a very unorganized or just like impulsive, reactive traveler. I don't know what the right like descriptor here is, but basically, I make all my trips and I decide what I want to do, kind of like day of. And so, yeah, I just realized I had some time in the middle of the week, and I I went to visit the Palace of Versailles. But when I walked up, I took the 1-hour train ride from Paris all the way out to the city of Versailles, and I was like, okay, whoa. I arrived to the Palace of Versailles, and I walked up to the ticketing office, and and on taped onto the door of the ticketing office is a huge sign in 3 different languages. Sold out, completo, and I forgot the third one. I think it is Spanish or something. But yeah, so no visits. So I decided to do a little bit of the garden tour that you guys saw, and then I came back the next time, and we were able to go inside and take pictures and stuff. And for the third stream, for the Paris stream, I actually went to all the different places in a single day. So I started the morning by going to the Notre Dame Cathedral, and as you guys know, it was unfortunately there was a huge part of the cathedral, the main spire, burned down during the during the 2019 fire. I think it was April. So it's been under construction, under like renovations and restoration efforts for the past 5 or so years. So we weren't really able to go inside or do much. It was just like a, ooh, this is pretty cool, we'll look at it from a distance kind of feeling. And then we went to the Art. Okay, let me try to pronounce this correctly. Arc de Triomphe. Arc de Triomphe. And that was pretty fun. I didn't go up to the top because the tickets were really expensive, and apparently like you can't really see anything because the Arc was not, it's not really tall. Like, it's very big from the pictures and, you know, looks really cool, but it's not very tall, so you don't really get a good view of the city or the surrounding area. So I decided that it was not worth it. And also, my schedule for that day was very, very jam-packed. Didn't really have time to line up and then take this tiny elevator all the way up to the top, and then go visit tiny bits and then come back out. So we just walked around a little bit, you know, took some pictures from underneath, and that was kind of it. That was kind of it for the Arc de Triomphe. Yeah. So went from Notre Dame to Arc de Triomphe, and then we went to the Eiffel Tower. yeah, like I said, I really like to just take things very spontaneously. And so for on the way to the Eiffel Tower, I thought, okay, this is gonna be a very important thing to share. And like, because, like I mentioned before, I think Paris has a very strict height limit to all the buildings in the city. And so it's around like 5 or 6 floors tall. So all the buildings are really, really like really, really short, and they also have this similar architectural style of like, you know, the buildings are a little bit older, and they're very like very beautiful. Their facades are very like homogeneous. They look basically like a lot of the buildings look very similar. And so and so yeah, that was very fun to see. But that also means that the Eiffel Tower is visible from a very, very far distance. It's like the main thing that stands out in the skyline of the city, as there's not really like a skyline. It's just the Eiffel Tower. It's kind of hard to describe because like it kind of pops up behind all the buildings, and you can see it from a very far distance. And so I was like, okay, this is very important. And when I was taking the metro from the Arc to the Eiffel Tower, I saw that one of the stations called, I should actually get this. Let me go look it up. Eiffel Tower, and then we'll go to the map. I forgot the name. Map of the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower. Okay. I forgot the name. But if I go take a look here. Oh, Trocadero. Yeah, so basically on the other side of the Seine, there is a little park named Trocadero with like a military, what's it called? A military museum, but it has a very, very beautiful view of the Eiffel Tower. And so I spontaneously decided, okay, we'll get off here, take some pictures, and then get back on the metro. And that was very fun. It took me a little bit to kind of like find the right place. I just walked around a lot, and I really like to either go one station over or one station before where the actual attraction is, to kind of like get the feeling of like walking up to the attraction or the sightseeing like location and seeing how it looks. Yeah, I don't want to just like, you know, get out from the station right under the Eiffel Tower, because then that like, I don't know, it just like feels like you lose a little bit of that that like magic, if you get me. Yeah, so then there were like the very cool pictures. I don't know if I have them. Perhaps I could show you guys. I didn't prepare to. I wasn't thinking of like adding images, but I probably should have. city of Paris. Okay. Oh no! Okay, because of the format of the images, I can't show you guys. Damn it. But basically, there's like, I had a really beautiful shot of the entire Eiffel Tower from like across the river, and also, oh right, I can show my selfie. Yeah. Let me go find it. It's under. Yeah, this one. Oh, it's a little big. Oh, okay. I'll just. Ta-da! Yeah, that's basically where the Trocadero is, like across the river, and then there's a pretty big park area where you can see the Eiffel Tower in its full glory. Yeah, this is one of the best picture taking spots for the Eiffel Tower, and that was really fun. And then what's it called? Oh, let me try to find also. Oh, wait, what? Oh no. I can't add more. Interesting. Interesting. I can't add more, what's it called? Images to the stream. I think I hit a cap. Okay. Oh, well, whatever. So basically, I then walked along the one of the bridges across the Seine, and there was a very good, perfect shot of the Eiffel Tower against the blue sky. Yeah, it was very fun. Very cool to see. And then I waited okay. After that, I waited for the perfect time to go up the tower. I probably should have done this a few months ago, but when I got to the Eiffel Tower, I didn't have a ticket to go to the top either. I didn't buy it beforehand, so I had to wait for when the top was a little less crowded, and they then they would allow for last minute ticket purchases for going to the top. And if you guys ever do visit Paris, especially in this current period where the Olympics is going on, do buy all your tickets beforehand online, because you do not want to you do not want to go to Paris, then figure out everything is closed, everything is reserved only, and be stuck in Paris. But yeah, that was kind of the entire journey for the rest of the day, and then up until 12 a.m. I stayed all the way until 12 a.m. basically on the Eiffel Tower, and got some really cool night shots. I do think it's better to go to the Eiffel Tower during the day, because you can see a little more. Nighttime, I would say nighttime to go up onto the tower is a little less worth it, because as I said, everything's really short, so you can't really see a skyline or other cool buildings, or a lot of the detail in the city is lost, because there's not much you can see the Eiffel Tower is so tall that like all the other buildings get dwarfed. Sir, yes, sir. Yeah, but if you guys do visit Paris, please let me know what you guys think. I had a ton of fun. It's kind of like my first time living in Europe, so it was a very different experience compared to the last time I visited. The last time I had like a tourist experience, one that was like more, okay, today we wake up, we get to these few monuments, these few attractions, and then we'll go to this place for lunch, and then we'll go to this place to like have fun for the rest of the afternoon, and then we'll go to this place for dinner, then back to the hotel. Oh yeah, and also, I had the opportunity to go to Japan Expo for my last week when I was there. That was really fun. I had a lot of fun. I think I covered a little bit about it last time, but yeah, it was my first time kind of surrounded by people who who also really liked you know, anime and games and and all that shebang. All the cool stuff. Yeah. I'll take the picture off. Give me a second. Yeah. Overall, I would say like this experience was really fun. I had a ton of fun trying to like set everything up. I think I should have been a little bit more prepared for some of the streams, especially for the first one. I'll be honest, I kind of just wung it. For the Louvre stream, I kind of just wung it and like relied on my own knowledge of some of the paintings for a little bit too much. I wish I did a little bit more preparation for all of the paintings, the things I wanted to talk about, the exhibits. I kind of just relied on the things that the tiny placards on that were next to the displays, and some of the stuff that I learned from just being interested and last time I visited. And so it was a lot more like stuttering and and not being like entirely sure of what I wanted to talk about, and like the flow of the entire stream felt a little off. But I do think that that was a very good learning experience. Now I know exactly like how I want to plan things out, and so I tried to do a little bit more on the history focused side for the Palace of Versailles stream. The Palace stream was a little bit better, I would say. Had a bit more control of like the general idea of what I wanted to talk about for the first few areas, like the king's apartments and the queen's apartments. I think that was pretty cool. But I would say like the history part the history part was like cool and all, but most people aren't too, you know, enthusiastic about history, so I think I could have done a little bit more to like make it more interesting or engaging. But you know, that's the things that you kind of learn with learn over time, and you know, going through it once now, I have a lot more of a better idea of what to do. Yeah, and so basically for today, for this time around, for Shanghai, I wanted to do a bit about like, I don't know if you guys know, but like there's these kind of like walking around Tokyo, walking around big city streams or videos online of like, you know, a few hours long, and I think that would be very fun to do a different way, a different style of exploring the city. of what it's like, and maybe you guys can join me, and I'll try to set up some kind of like backpack recording, not streaming. I don't think I'll be able to like stream walking around very well, so we'll kind of like we'll watch the video back and react to it ourselves. But I think that could be really cool. I think that could be really cool. I'll start my day off by like you know, going to the metro station, and then we'll take the Shanghai Metro, a very famous, I think one of the most sophisticated subway systems in the entire world, and so that will be fun. That will be very exciting. Okay, all right. Yeah, I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. Let me go look at my list. I'll be right back. Gonna grab some more water. I realized my water bottle was a little bit not filled from last time, so I'll be back. Give me a second. Give me a second. Alright, sorry about that. And alright, now we'll be doing... We'll play some Passpartout. Yeah. I hope I did everything correctly. Ta-da! Let's go! Yeah. Let me move myself up a tiny bit. Something like that. Okay. Let's go! Let's go! Homeless no more. Oh right, yes. Where we were last time was I think we ended it up finishing we ended up finishing stream as soon as we purchased our first kind of like area, our first house. Yeah. Right, I haven't really explored everything yet, but ooh. Okay, seems like we have an inventory a size of only 6 different tools and 3 different palettes to choose from. Ah, these are furniture. Is wallpaper? Oh, we can even paint our own wallpaper. Interesting. Different floorings as well. Cool. Alright, these are really expensive. Oh my god. But, ooh, art book. Ah. Ooh. There's a little, what's it called? A little time lapse. Ooh. By the way, I love the painting you did last time. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll be honest, I'm not like confident in my drawing skills at all. I thought this would be very, very scuffed, but it turned out so well. I'm really happy. Yeah, I think this was a mistake. This kind of like blob of greenery. I wish I was a little bit more patient and made things a little nicer, but ooh, it looks so good. Oh, wait, I can download it? Oh, okay, cool. What was this? Oh, I forgot. I was missing like $100, and so I just did a quick, kind of like quote-unquote modern modern painting. But back to where we were last time. Where we were last time, I think. Let me pull up my notes about history and art history. Oh, there is already background music for the game, so I'm gonna turn off the stream BGM, but so I think we got to kind of like the general area of the Renaissance era. We did let's see, just to visit everything, get a good idea of like timeline. These are like the introductory. We started off with cave paintings. I like to do a little bit of like a sketch or a rough draft of how things looked. And so this one was kind of like just this is the first one, so I didn't really know what to do, but this is kind of close. I think with like better tools, I'll be able to like make the cave look a little bit more rustic, a little bit more older. I'm kind of proud of this one as well, even though this wasn't really like supposedly in our little wait in our little like timeline of stuff, but oh my god, I saw the little I saw the little rough draft. That's kind of fun. Yay. Oh my god. The skull looks so stupid. Yeah, the only regrets I kind of had was the box was not big enough, or like I didn't color in the box, but yeah, that rebel. And then we did a little bit of a painting rendition, a painting like interpretation of how a stone, what's it called? How do I describe this? Like, we did a little bit of a painting idea of what a three-dimensional sculpture looks like, and this one's like one of those like stone tablet carvings, I guess. And I tried to use the white to emphasize the light from the left side and the black to emphasize the shadows, but yeah, we didn't really have the right tools at the time. And then there was also when we first got new little paintbrushes, I did a little bit of a crucifixion. Oh, I think I spelled that wrong. Whoops. But like, this is like some kind of like religious painting of Jesus. Oh. Yeah, you know what? I'll just skip the Lona Misa. Oh gosh, I don't want to. Alright, fine. I'll show you guys what happened. Yeah, I'm not too proud of this one. This was horrible. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah. You know, currently it looks good. It looks fine, right? You'll see what happened. You'll see what happened. Oh no, oh no. Oh god. I gave up. I gave up. I gave up. That was miserable. But currently we are a little low on cash, so we'll go just like do a little bit more. I see the lack of progress on your face. Repairs. Okay. I have a few more things that I want to buy. I'll buy a square canvas. I also want an octagon canvas, and we'll set up shop right outside. Ta-da! Okay. Alright, let me try to find a reference picture of what I want to do. Perhaps for the Renaissance era, so it's like around the 1400s to the 1600s. We'll do something. Let me move myself a little bit. Yeah, we'll do something that's kind of like inspired by. We'll do something that's kind of like famous Renaissance. Yup. I'll go take a look. Oh yeah. Ooh. Let's do the. Alright, let's do the birth of Venus. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do the birth of Venus. Save picture. Alright. I think that looks good. Maybe a bit smaller. And I'll put I'll put on stream BGM. Hello, Astrin, the lore keeper. Ah, welcome. Oh wait, what happened? Oh no. Let me see. Is this working? I'm sorry, I forgot to add add the chat to the screen. But yeah, we'll do a little painting of the birth of Venus. And I know it's like, this is a more landscape picture. Maybe we can switch up the canvas to this one, and I think that's a good size. Yeah, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a great day. I'll try to like sketch out my ideas for the painting first. Do a little bit of a sketch. So a few important elements for this painting is there is the what's it called? It's great to see a new artist on the streets of Phoenix. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh no, the chat is way too big. I'm sorry about that. Give me a second. A little scuff. Scuff. Well, okay. And yeah. I had a really fun time in Paris the last week, and so I saw a bunch of different photos. Oh, sorry, paintings of really cool, really historic artworks, and that kind of like inspired me to play some Passpartout. I was a bit scared to start the game because because I'm not a great artist. I'm not like I took a year of watercolor painting class and a year of like acrylic, but oh no, like half a year of acrylic. But that's kind of it. That's kind of it. I don't have any like I don't have any drawing skills at all. But I did do. Let's see if I can find um find my picture. Oh, I can't. Okay, never mind. But I tried to do a little sketch in the Louvre of Venus de Milo, and I think that went okay. I would say that went all right, but yeah. All right. So for this painting, the the oyster shell, I suppose, is pretty important. We'll kind of like draw out the general idea. This is just like a sketch to place everything in the painting. We'll just do a quick like the head is too big. Oh. We'll do a quick like kind of like something like this, a gesture drawing ish thing going on. Her arm is too long as well. First painting of the day. Forgive me, but something like her legs kind of go this way. Her body leans this way ish. I think I made her torso a bit too large, so I'll try to fix things a little. Her hair kind of like goes down this way, and then there's someone here. The arm is like this. Their body kind of like front foot forward, clothes flowing this way. There's some trees in the background. This is just a sketch. I'll erase everything in a second. But yeah, there's some trees over here in the background. And also some sort of like angel goddess thing over here. Two people like entwined, intertwined together. Kind of like this. Their heads are in a very weird, what's it called? Position. The legs are all over the place. Like one here, one here, one here, and then I don't know, the other one's kind of covered. Okay. Alright, I think I'll try to, what's it called? Try to position the main subject, the goddess Venus, a little better this time around, but yeah. Alright, let's go. Nope. I think the background is a little something like this. And then we can kind of do horizon line somewhere kind of like three fifths like this, and then the front is a bit darker, something like this. Currently looks like a toddler painting, but alright. We will also do a tiny wash of whites. Trying to like mix things together a little better. Make it tiny bit smaller. Yeah, that looks good. That looks kind of good. And then we'll start with the actual oyster. Just to do a bit of testing for color. Or is this color? I think we could do a bit of a mix. So, okay. We'll try to, first of all, cover this up. I think we will outline the oyster clam thing with a very light pencil. It kind of like goes up to here, and there's a generic kind of sloping down thing going on this way. Kind of curves up a bit more here. It's a little sharper with turn. Something like that. It's a little too far to the left. I think we will redo it and move it over here. So something like this. Yeah, that's a okay okay generic shape to first start off working with. This is a little bit sharper, something like that. And okay, we will. I'll try to like go by item, like layer by layer, if that makes sense. Especially because it's so difficult to try and fix things. This is not Photoshop, so there's no Command Z at all. So we'll draw the entirety of the clam thing first. So let's mark out the area first and fill it in. The one thing I wish I could do in this game is like zoom in a little bit, but I understand this is not this is not actually a drawing application, right? It's just, oh no, something in the game, so don't complain. Oh shoot, okay. Fixing the outside's gonna be a little bit more annoying, huh? Okay, I'll try to fix the outside first. Make sure that it looks kind of natural before we move on. This way, we can always like fix what's inside the thing. Indeed, you must embrace the methodology of the old masters. I can guarantee you that Michelangelo would have loved the option to have an undo button. Yeah, I do. What's it called? I have been trying to learn a little bit more of digital arts. Maybe I can show off like what I've what I've attempted to do um in like the last few weeks. But um but yeah, the first thing I noticed when I came when I started this game, yes, 2 days ago, was my instinct to press Command Z. I'm like, no, I'm missing the ability. I'm missing what's it called? My ability to undo. But oh well. It is definitely a challenge. It's definitely a challenge. Mm. However, like I'm more used to traditional like painting. Digital art is like drawing on a tablet, drawing on an iPad is definitely very new to me. I have not done a lot of like getting used to it yet. And so okay, my idea is to try and what's it called? Try and shade everything first. So get a general idea first of this clam thing. Mm, I'll mark the area where she stands and kind of like where all the shadowy lines, the crevices, um, the ridges, I suppose, instead of like crevices, congregate towards the way all the things like converge towards the center here. It's not gonna be the most pretty, but I'll try to fix everything with the eraser tool ish thing. And to give it a little bit more of a shape and a stronger kind of like color, I'll use a black. A black line, and I'll fix it up a little by going over the most darker areas. And then what we do is go here, and we'll go with the transition from traditional to digital is definitely a steep one. I feel like if it's all you know, it's turned upside down. Yeah, I think I'm really like lost in the way that how shading how shading works in digital. It feels like using the blend tool feels really awkward in a way. And yeah, I'm mostly drawing on Procreate, so you know, it's not the best. It's not the best art tool. I have not had the opportunity to learn how to draw on Photoshop or Clip Studio Paint. I know that one's a very popular one recently. Like all the major artists are kind of like switching over from Photoshop to that one. I'll fix the coloring a little bit, make it blend in a little. And then on the other side, we will try to use white to kind of give it that shine from the highlights. And you might be wondering, like, oh, this currently does not look very good, right? It just looks like ridges. But I'm going to trying to, like, use the base color to wash it over to make the lines and the edges a little bit stronger. And so we need to make sure that all the edges, all the ridges and crevices gets colored into the full, so you don't see any of the background color. I think that's a decent job, and we'll go over it with a little bit of yellow just to make the highlights a little less sharp. For some of the lesser ones, we don't have to go too much. And alright, finally go back to the round tip. Okay, so I don't know if you can see my cursor, but like, oh, but basically towards this clam area, I can try to do this. Okay, it's working a little less good than I expected. I mean, it's kind of working okay. I think if I had like steadier hands, the lines would be a little better. I got a software called Rebel 7, and it makes an amazing job of replicating the traditional painting in digital formats. Many of the pros, like Aaron has recommended Rebel for realistic impacto and impasto and acrylic brushes and features that I decided to check out, and it's been pretty great so far. Ooh, that sounds really fun. I'm not too into it. I'm not too like what's it called? I can't like what's it, how do I describe this? Like I'm not good enough to know exactly all the little details. Or like, let me move this a bit smaller so it doesn't cover too many things. I'm not too familiar with like the specific software stuff, but yeah, I can show you a few things that I've like done before, perhaps. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. Cool. I'll cover this with a photo brush. Yeah, let me go take a look. Let me go take a look, see if I can find anything. Do 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 do. Let's see. I thought I had. Oh, right. Okay, this one. This one. Ta-da! Aha. Oh, that's way too big. Sorry. Yeah, I definitely do not have nearly as much experience as you probably do, Asterin. But yeah, I'll put it here. But yeah, I was trying to learn. I was trying to learn how to draw digitally. So the first one is like the ones that I'm more familiar with, trying to replicate the like a realistic kind of drawing of an eye. That's like the style that I've spent most of my childhood learning, most of my childhood getting used to, right? The specific pencil strokes, the specific like shading, highlights and shadows and stuff like that. Mm, but also I've tried to do a few more like anime styled stuff. I feel like anime style has been so hard to learn because of the way that like it uses shading differently a tiny bit. I don't know. This is a this is an amateur opinion, so maybe I'm like talking talking nonsense, but it feels so difficult to like get used to it. I don't know. Okay. Honestly, that looks okay. It's not the best. It's not the best, but we can maybe make do with this. All right. This one's probably the most difficult thing to try and draw the person correctly. To try and draw the person in the right proportions and also fits onto our canvas. I'll use a different color this time, and I wish there was a sketch tool. Like you can cover it You can cover it with some pencils and stuff. It looks really good. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, can I? Hmm. Hmm. Can I show another picture? Do, 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 do. Let me see. Yeah, I think the main issue that I was running into trying to learn um, anime style is it's not like maybe I need to start with drawing it on paper. Like I got really inspired after watching PewDiePie's 100 day of drawing video, and maybe that is a little better of an idea to do. Like just start with pencil on paper. And then I'll go to color on paper, and then I'll try to like translate my skills over to digital like medium. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. I'm pretty proud of this work that I did in the Louvre. Um, Brought my own little chair to sit in front of the um. Which one should I show for better kind of like comparison? Uh, Give me a second. I didn't prepare for that. I wasn't really ready to show this off, but here. Do do do. And then this one. Nope. Oh nope. Okay. Let me go look up something. Uh, oh gosh. Give me a second. Hmm. Does this thing work? No. Collage. Okay. Well, I'll just add the individual pictures. Sorry about that. Do, do, do. PNG. Yeah. PNG. Oh. Ding. Oh no. Okay. That does not look good. Hmm. Oh well. I'll have to figure something out. Does this work? Huh. Nope. Oh well. Oh well. That is actually good advice. Even artists that work full digital are taught the basics in traditional because knowledge in the fundamentals apply on both methods equally. Yeah, I'd say like the main issue with that is also like I don't have as much time to learn um and like get comfortable. Oh no. Um okay. as as most people do, so a lot of the issues with my my current time devoted to drawing is I'm just not spending enough time. I'm just not spending enough time to learn the basics that or just like draw enough. I would say like I'd have much better results with more time invested, and so yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Enough yapping. Let's move on to drawing the person. The drawing the goddess, I'd say like about an inch from the top to make the scale of everything look good. Let's do her face like this. That might be a little on the smaller side. A little on the smaller side, so we'll add a little bit here. And then her neck goes this way. And then her body, her arm. And it goes this way. We can always fix stuff on the edge. Don't try to worry right now. Don't worry, don't worry. Just kind of get the general shape of her arm out and about. I'd say like this is a good spot. Her body contorts a little bit, I would say, and then does a sharp here and put this way. Thigh bend. Her hips are like here, kind of ish. And then her legs go this way. I'd say I feel like maybe our clam, our clam is a little too big, so I'll like raise her head up a tiny bit. Not the most accurate, perhaps, but oh well. What can you do? What can you do? Alright, we can fill it in now. Yeah. Do. Go like this. Like that? It looks alright, I would say. It looks alright. We'll use a very light brush to kind of like define some important parts, like her hips right here-ish, I would say. Do a little bit of an outline for her entire body, just to make it so she pops up from this canvas. Her head does a little tilt this way. Oh, whoops. Need to try to emphasize that. And then there's her arm. That kind of like does this. Holds something. I think that's her hair in front of her pelvis area. Something like that. Okay, I think the arm is a little bit sharper up this way. So let me try to like recreate that. And she's covering her breast. I'm not too unhappy about it. I'm not too unhappy about it. I think this is a pretty good kind of like general shape. We'll continue on to like the specifics of the body. I would say like first things first, the over here should be a little thinner. Yeah, yeah. I would say, kind of close, kind of close. Where do we go with this? Where do we go with this? Let me go take a look and study the original painting a little more. Okay. From what I see, maybe just a little bit of white. First of all, we fix this. A little bit of blue. Get back to outlining her body a bit. Perhaps starting to get her shadows in, I would say. Like some of the more pronounced shadows, like here. Her leg, her calf over here as well. What are the other important ones? The left side of her belly area. This one's a tiny bit lighter, so don't make it as harsh. Her arms a bit as well. This part also is really, really dark. And her neck, her neck. I think it could be a little better. The armpits are a bit darker. I will try to... I'll try to not mess up the face this time. I'll try to not mess up the face. First of all, let's go and do the same thing with the shadows. The left side of her face is a bit darker, and then we'll actually go in and draw the tiny facial features. Oh no! This is gonna look horrible, isn't it? Oh gosh. Okay. Alright. Whatever. Wash it off so it's less pronounced. Yeah. Oh. The left side of her face is a lot darker. Okay. And now I think we can draw her hair. Her hair is a bit more of flowy, so I'm gonna use first of all the actual like full brush to shape out her hair a little bit. I feel like the hair is under a different layer, I would say, to where her hand and her body is. And so this way, we'll just use some general big shapes to block out her hair first. She kind of holds her hair in place in front of her pelvis, and then there's a bit of hair over here that rests on the shoulder on the left side, but the majority of her hair flows into the wind. And so we'll try to make the same kind of like definition this way. It's a little sharp right now, but we should be able to kind of like fix that up as soon as we go do a little bit more shading and coloring. And that looks not bad. That looks not bad. We'll start with some darker shadows on the left side. I think that looks fine. I think that looks okay. No. Keep using light brush. Keep using light brush. And then it's time to kind of like highlight the innermost side of her hair. Give it a little outline kind of look. Yeah, we will try to like draw her arm out again, so this way the hair doesn't like eat into where the arm is supposed to be. Kind of like this, but I'll make sure that her shoulder's actually out further. And her elbow is a little bit better, well defined. Like that. And then we'll start mixing. We'll start mixing the hair and the outline a little better. Okay, her face is her face is kind of like giving me an ick, so I'll make it a little darker. I wish I wish I can go in and zoom in. Okay, but also this means that we probably should. Oh no! Oh god. Here I'll use this. And then it's orange. And then it's a bit of this on both sides. Then it's actually this that I wanted to use. Kind of working, kind of not really. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. And then we'll go shade her body. So the most important part is trying to do the belly button, let's say. And then there's a little bit more of some shading going on her arms. And the inner side of her arms as well. I think we can afford to be a little like more approximate, a little bit rougher in terms of the actual shading. Like this doesn't need to be as defined. Kind of. And then we can also, I think, her body's a little thicker than how I actually drew it. So we'll give her a little bit more on the side over here. And then we can go back to coloring, shading it in properly. I think if we step really far back, it actually looks okay. But unfortunately, you can't do that. It needs to be better. There we go. That looks alright. That looks alright. And, I feel like I will mess up the painting with drawing, by drawing more and more people. So, I'll just finish it by drawing some trees over here. We'll use the yellow as like a kind of trunk. Oh no. Oh, that was a very bad line. Something like this, and then we'll make the bottom widen out, just like how the actual painting is. And then we'll go in and shade the trees a tiny bit. It's not as standout. Dude. Yeah, something like that looks okay. And we will start off by drawing the general shape of the leaves. The general shape of the leaves kind of looks like this. And then this part starts to get a lot darker. I'll try not to mess up the strokes. And then there's a new kind of like gap between these two trees. So general shape is kind of like this. And there's this first branch that looks a lot like this. Yeah, I kinda like this. I kinda like this. Color it in, color it in. Do-do-do-do. It's really hard to show the different layers, especially on trees. I'd say, like, the most issue I'm having with drawing in Passpartout is, like, trying to make sure that things look as real as they can with these limited tools and limited color palettes. I think, we'll be able to draw better stuff as we unlock more and more tools, but oh well, we'll have to make do for now. We'll have to make do with a little bit of a mix and matching, trying to like show off the lighting with like yellow and gold instead of just like different values of green. But if you mix it in well, I think it can kind of work. Mm. Gotta make sure that all the trees there's no floating branches and floating trees. Do 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 do. And we'll go with green on the top again. Try to like cover it off. Show that it's generally pretty good about it. I'll cover this with a little bit of a light brush here to make the yellow a little less obvious. Mix it in a little bit, something like that. And then we'll kind of like rough up the background a tiny bit by doing this. Having some larger tools. And then also, we need to do a little bit of shading for the oyster. Oyster has a little shadow that kind of like goes in and touches like this. Yeah, I'm currently drawing a mouse, so things are a little less precise than I would like. But I've never owned a drawing tablet before, so that's something I really want to get. Get eventually. I think it could be pretty fun to kind of like draw with one. So I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I've only drawn on an iPad before, so I don't really know what it's like to draw on the a drawing tablet. It's turning out really good. The golden oyster looks shiny. Yeah, it's a little too eye-catchy. I feel like if I was a little better, or or if we have a little bit more tools, I can try to make it perhaps kind of like. I don't really want to destroy everything by like, washing it, but like for example, on a traditional painting, I can do like maybe a matte layer on the oyster before we draw this, before we draw Venus. But now things are a little harder to do. I also want to kind of like go back and revisit Venus, to make her breasts area. I didn't really do that. Kind of on the first go through. Okay. I will try to like define the shapes a tiny bit. It's not the best, but it's not too bad, I would say. Okay, you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell. Yeah, and I'd say like doing a tiny bit of highlighting could help her stand out a lot more. And I'd say like the right side of her belly. I wish I can control the opacity instead of just like having to go back through with with the original layer as another level of coating. But but the highlight should continue on her legs here. Hmm. And then the grass color to shape this a tiny bit more. I think that looks good. I think that looks good. Let's continue. That's why early game I grind until I at least have 8 tools before committing to drawing. Ah, you know what? That's probably that's probably a smarter idea than trying to like draw something, recreate a, a freaking Renaissance masterpiece with whatever we have right now. That's but it's fun. It's fun trying to make something cool, make something really, really pretty with just limited tools. I also should uh, redraw some of the inner leg areas. Yeah, what I said, what I meant is like now her face is kind of like, or sorry, her body shape is a little more well defined, and I kind of like how it's turning out. My only kind of regret so far with this painting is how the head looks, how her face looks. But well, you can't really complain sometimes. It's everything else is kind of looking, I would say like really above what I've expected. My expectations are being shattered. So not bad, not bad. I'll do a little bit of a... Ooh, that's too much, too much. A little bit of a highlight on some of the top areas here. So definitely her right side, or sorry, her left side, our right side, is a little shinier. And also a few like small strokes on the other side of the belly button. I think so far it's just enough to not look too shiny. Her body's not looking too shiny, but enough to like highlight everything a little bit. I'll go back and do a little bit of a kind of go over on some of the highlights that's a little overbearing, but yeah, looks good. Looks good. Yeah, but that's up to everyone's preferences. I think it's really fun to try and do something with limited resources, but yeah, I do kind of feel a little bad about like making such a bad rendition of a famous painting. But you know what? You know what? If if I'm happy with the end result, that's all I can really that's all I can really like that's all I can really what's it called? Ask for. I forgot to do the I forgot to do the mountain in the background. Oh well. Yeah, I'll have to cover the trees for now. Something like this. Looks alright. I got a BenQ monitor for those good color ranges, and then a Wacom Intuos for Pro large for drawing. Ooh, I think I had a BenQ monitor as my first one. Sorry, as my first good monitor. Like a 1080p 240 hertz, and that was really really good. The one thing that I really liked about the BenQ was of course the colors, and also the one I got had a really good speaker, and so that was actually like I didn't realize how much a good speaker on a monitor felt, like the difference it made. So now I like make sure every monitor I get has a decent speaker now. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, wait, let me try and grab fetch my cursor. Yeah, so I can move this around. Do you see this? Do you see like how the edges? I do need to like remove snappy, but oh well. The edges over here. Like I don't know what this is. Sorry, sorry about that. But it's kind of like a really weird shape. Let me see if I can kind of recreate it. Yeah, drawing the shape made me realize my my oyster's too big, too standing too far up, if that makes sense. Oh well, all the trees will have to be redrawn. But oh well, oh well. Do do do. Do 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 do. Honestly, I think it's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad. And then we can go over and make a well-defined line of all the different layers over here. Something like this. And then for this middle one, for this one over here, there's like a little yellow tinge. So we'll try to make sure to replicate that. Yeah, I wish it was a smudge tool here. Then I can avoid like having to go through so many different layers, but oh well. Looks like a hard transition from pasture to sand. Ooh, that's a good observation. I think so too. I think so too. And then there's a bit over here. I think that's kind of like it good enough. Maybe I'll just quickly do a few lines over here, and the rest of this area just remains the same of like. Oh. Ah, now I kind of regret doing this tree. I think all the trees are on this dark patch. The mountain in the background. Hello, Ellie. Welcome. The mountain in the background seems a lot less detailed, so I'll kind of give it a foggy wash with the light blue. And then draw the dark green back. And that kind of achieves, I think, what I'm kind of looking for here. Just like a bit foggy, a bit darker. And then we'll go with a very tiny, like green patch looking feeling here. Sorry about being MIA. Life's been hectic. No worries, no worries. Of course, there's no, there's no, obligation for you to be here. I'm really glad you're here, though. And then we can do a dark green kind of mix into transitioning. Yeah, I think that looks not bad. I think that looks not bad. Just, I wish the edges were a bit less sharp. So I'll try to like wash it down a bit. Alright, not bad, not bad. Okay, and now we go back to drawing the trees. Ooh. Oh, shoot. I think that's the wrong color. Oh no. Some of these strokes are some of these strokes are not great. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Alright, well we'll make this tree bend this way then. And then this one. Come on. Straight lines. Straight lines, Syphu. Straight lines. Good enough, good enough, good enough. Oh, don't look. We'll make the bottoms a little fatter, just like the painting, and then we go here. The first one on the outside will also do a tiny bit to indicate that it's in the foreground. And then I think it's, oh shoot, oh no, 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 no. Okay, light brush. Kind of darken the tree barks a little bit. I don't want to draw too much to make it actually affect how the background looks, but just enough so it's not as bright. Maybe a tiny, tiny bit of dark on the outlines. Good enough, good enough. Hello, Pico. Welcome. Yeah. The only regret I have right now is the face. Maybe I can make it less, like, loud, less kind of dot faced. Something like this. We'll cover half her face, and then we'll do a little sharper, kind of a, maybe a bit bigger. Yeah, I know currently it looks kind of weird, but I swear, I think this'll make it look better. Also give her a little bit of a chin. A little bit of a chin. Okay, so the important thing to emphasize here is the shadow. So we'll kind of like kind of mix everything together so it fades a little better, and then we'll do a tiny, tiny, tiny. Oh, that's too much. Oh no, 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 I'm messing it up, I'm messing it up. It looks like she's Scarface now. Oh gosh. Go back, go back, go back. Go back, go back. Okay, so I think, first of all, it needs to be a very, very light shadow. Like this. I think that looks okay. I think that looks okay. And then we'll go in and do a light eye, light nose, light mouth. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Okay, don't touch it. Don't touch it. No more touching the face. No more touching the face. Um, and then, ooh, what should we do on the left side here? The left side's kind of occupied by. The left side's occupied by what's it called? Huge picture of two intertwined gods, but I'm not too confident I'll make the gods look good. So, hmm, maybe we'll look up different things. We'll look up different things perhaps to. Oh, what just happened? Oh no. I was thinking we can look up different things to try and the fit the idea of fit the idea of what could we put on the left side that's not people, because I'm not really good at drawing people. Do we get a bot? I think so. I think so. I don't remember. Okay. So, what are some other famous Renaissance pictures? We could put a little city or some sort of, or we could put You know what? Honestly, the people didn't look too bad. All right. I guess we'll just do one painting for the entirety of stream. I apologize. I apologize, but let's go. Let's go. Oof. Okay, this will be ambitious. I'm not too sure if it will turn out as well. But let's go. And look, I love the little picture of Bay in the bottom. Yeah, that's probably one of my most proud like anime style pieces of work I've done before. I was trying to show off my what's it called? My sketch that I did in the Louvre. Maybe I can do this. Give me a second. I did that. Yeah, yeah. Here. Oh, okay. We'll do a tiny break from painting. Relax our creative muscles, tiny bits, and then let me try and make this thing come to life. I will add another copy of the picture. I could go here, image, and then make an artboard tool. This from here to here. Oh no! Yeah, it was a very nice little quick sketch I did. I didn't have too much time, so it was a very short, like, painting, a short sketch. But I used my pencil and just like quickly drew out the kind of like shape of Venus de Milo, and I think we talked a little bit about it during our live stream, but yeah, I'll also plop it in the bottom here. It's not too clear, but that's really good. All I can do is pixel art. Yeah, all I can do is like really rough sketches. I've been trying to do more gesture drawings, so I'm really glad how this one turned out. It feels like all my progress, all my efforts. Oh no. Okay, all my efforts have been like rewarded, and finally building up to this thing. Yeah, but I'm pretty happy about it. Mm. Okay, but now we go back. Now we go back to sketching out the shape of these two people over here. This will be rough because was that a window alert sound? Yeah, I apologize. I've been pressing some wrong buttons. But all right. Let's go figure out how to draw these two people. They'll be in a little less detail, I would say. But let's first sketch them out. So this person on the right, let's do the left. These two people on the left, I'm not gonna draw the entire thing. Like, I'm probably gonna cut it off somewhere right here. And then draw this area. So I'm thinking wings. How close do I want the face? Face here. Something, I'm not too sure what this is. Here. Maybe face should be higher. Here. Big thing here. Body. Leg. Small thing here. Feet. Leg and leg. Something like this. Oh no. Oh no, I think it doesn't look good. Restructure. Other face here. Other person here. Wing. Wings into hair here. Oh god. I feel like I'm destroying things. Oh no. Feel like I'm kind of messing everything up. This guy's body kind of looks... I can't tell. Let me open up a picture of the reference into the entire screen so I can take a look better. Okay. I have a better idea now. So, this person kind of like has this and an arm, right? Her breasts over here. And then the man in front has his face here. I'm sorry, these are really weird strokes. But I was saying like his body is more contorted and then has his arm this way. I'll use a different color here. I'll use perhaps... No. I'll just use the skin color. Okay, I have a general idea of how things are gonna look... Okay. Okay. Alright. uh, First of all, the main thing I want to get in first of all is the background wings. The wings in the background that go like this. This is very simple because these wings will not change, and there's also one more layer of wings. I can be a little rougher on the wings because they kind of are the background of this layer. There's one wing that's like this from the woman, the female god, and another wing that's like this. And it's just fine. It's fine to kind of like be a little bit more rough with these stuff because, you know, it gets covered up anyways. I'll make it a little bigger, and then that should be good enough. That looks not too bad. And then the next layer, I want to draw the first person. Which is the female god. Okay, so first of all, the people in the painting are the people are in the painting, I'm assuming, are her parents on the left side. And then some sort of like blessing person giving her clothes on the right. Okay. Okay, so this is her hair. And the wings over here actually go behind, so make this wing a tiny bit bigger. Go behind her hair. Something like this. And then we will draw the actual body. We'll draw the actual body by making her head go out this way, and then her body slopes downwards into the arm that kind of like goes across here. And then the rest of her body kind of contorts downwards like this into her leg that goes down over here. Yeah, I can kind of see it. We don't have to drop more because the rest of her body gets blocked by the stuff. Gonna be honest, I have no idea what's going on right now. So here, I am drawing this person. Let me see if I can disable what's it called? The snapping. Oh well, we're drawing these two people. Here, I'll just leave the I'll leave the what's it called? I'll leave the cursor, the little birdie, on what exactly we're drawing, and so yeah, you can see now we're focusing around her legs over here. do. Okay. And I'm actually going to try and finish this person before we draw the other person. I don't know if that's gonna be the right way to go about it, but the one good thing about being able to finish this person is we don't have to really go back and worry about them after we're done. So that's the one good thing. We'll go with a little bit of a chin, some neck shading, then define the arm. What else? What other features does this person have? There's like a the leg. That's... Oh, I need to kind of look at what we're looking at here. Yeah, something like this. And then the other leg goes this way. And finally, we are going to draw her face. So her face is gonna be looking like this. And I'm gonna be a bit more rough on the details of her face. Yeah. It doesn't help that I'm playing a game while listening to the stream. I'm not too great at like explaining what I'm trying to do, but I hope I can show that basically what we are doing right now is trying to draw this first goddess by just using some like some of the more pronounced features. And since the limitation of the game is there's a lot less detail that you can add to the painting, we can just be a little rougher on some areas so we don't have to worry about like her face in detail. I'll cover it with more shadow, and then the rest of her body can generally be more like, you know, covered in shadow a little bit, so we don't have to fuss with the details. I'll add a tiny bit of highlight on her arm, the right side of her face, some areas of the breast over here, and then the upper body as well. I don't like the last stroke. And then the leg. The leg kind of has a little bit of a shine towards it, towards the knee area. Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. And then we'll go to the second guy. The male god looks a little pissed. Looks a little pissed. But yeah, we can go on to drawing this person. Go on to drawing the face, which kind of is like right here. His hair is dark brown, like this, but like rather short. Rather short. There's a bit more of his hair down here. We can make it a little longer, a little wavier to better depict the actual part of the face. And then color in the actual shades of his face. I don't like how sharp I made the face. So something like this, and then we can, we can fill in some of the details. And then same thing, kind of obscure it with the shadow. Kind of wash to make it less detailed. And now we go to the main part of the body, which is the shape. The shape of the body of this guy is rather just like standard. He's kind of like just holding a more like natural position with his arms this way, and the rest of his body kind of just like going down, like just floating in the air, because they're gods, they're gods. They can do whatever they want. But the main thing is this leg belongs to the first person, or the person in front. And so we'll make sure his toe gets drawn. And the second leg is over here. And the woman's leg goes here, but that gets kind of covered up mostly by this blue piece of cloth. This blue piece of cloth that goes around like this, up into this, and it covers the arm. It's a little hard because I'm using the same colors. Maybe we'll use different colors to depict this piece of dress. And it also exists around the arms over here. Also, there's a little neck thing that goes like here, mostly. And so we can add a little bit more detail to how the wing is shaped now. Okay, I kind of like it. I think it's turning out not too bad, actually. Not too terribly. Though I think the hip clothes can go up a little bit more, and the arms can go down. Ooh, looking nice. Yeah, thank you. I think the only thing I'm kind of like regretting is the face not being too detailed, but that will just be something that we'll have to live with. But yeah, everything else is kind of working out. It's kind of like coming along nicely together. We'll start shading the body now. So first of all, I want to define this kind of like rib area, a little bit of the muscle of the guy. You can kind of like see the general shape of his body just by the muscle, just by the way that the artist, what's their name? Botticelli. I hope I'm not pronouncing it wrong. Like draws the muscle, and then a little bit of the shading here. I do want to make the scarf area a little bit longer, just like kind of cover how poorly I drew the neck. Oh gosh, but oh well. Okay, that looks alright. And then we have a bit of this dark material. I'll use a grayish material. Well, we'll use dark. We'll use black to indicate the clothes of the women. Of the woman here, the woman in the drawing, in the painting. And it goes like this a bit. it's not exactly the deep dark black that I used, but we'll go over the colors here with a little bit of gold to show the difference between the wing and the clothes. Yeah. So there's a little thing that wraps around here. And then yeah, the clothes kind of go in a little. It's a little too dark right now, but oh well. We'll also show that the arm wraps around a little lower here, and then we can cover this area with some more clothes that comes around from behind the woman hugging the man. Around over here. Something like that. Yeah, that looks okay. Trust in the process, it's all coming together. Yeah, I was really nervous about drawing the actual two gods on the left and the other subjects in the painting, but honestly, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah. So now let's go back to finishing up the shadowing process of the man in the picture of the man. There's a little bit of a belly button here, and I think that helps define the shape of the man's body. The shadow on the legs is actually pretty strong, so let's do that. We'll also outline the front just to make it so the shape of the leg comes to life a bit. And then I'm not gonna do the toes very well. I'm not gonna do the toes very well, but oh well. We'll try. I feel like a bit of the body is missing here, so we'll make the leg a little thicker. After coming out from underneath the clothes, and then go back to oh shoot, oh whoops. Go back to shading the shadows of the leg, and ooh, I kind of like that. We can always go behind and redraw over how deep some of the shadows are. So don't be too afraid to go over everything. I want to emphasize kind of like the male nipple area. That was a little weird, but yeah, I think that does a bit of a better job, and then we can wash out the front a bit. Okay, same thing. Still, the face and the hair is a little bit missing. Some of the details that I would like, but oh well. Kind of good enough. Then now probably the more important parts, we'll go in and color and shade the actual cloth, so the cloth of the person can seem like it's more alive. Yeah, we'll give it different kind of flowing structure, if that makes sense. We'll give it a little bit more of a lifelike shape, so it looks like it's flowing in the world, in this painting, and the wind like has a significant effect on the shape and size of the scarves, for example. Like this part is really bright, and then we'll give it a nice under kind of like line underneath over here. Yeah, that looks really good. We'll continue to do the same thing on these areas. We'll have more like pronounced brighter parts. And have it almost blend into the background like this. And then we'll go in with this like line to indicate where each of those bright spots are. Do do do. I think it's a nice little strategy. Okay, not bad, not bad. And now it's time to go over the clothes. Go over the clothes, the black clothes of the woman to indicate the difference between the clothes and the wing. The wing is a lot more of a... Oh, that's too much. That's too much. Kind of a mix between white, gold, and black. So the same thing on the bigger side. White, gold. Yeah, we'll give it really light touches. And then wash it all over with a bit of black. Just to kind of show it going through. Yeah, I think that looks good. I think that looks good. I'm pretty happy about how the two people on the left here looked. And lastly, probably the most difficult subject in this entire painting is the... I think... What's her name? The Horror of Spring. The Horror of Spring is basically... She's one of the three horrors, or hours. A Greek minor goddess of the season and other divisions of time, attendant of Venus. The floral decoration of her dress suggests that she is Hora of Spring. She stands in a contratto pose similarly to Venus. She seems relaxed and joyful that Venus has arrived. Ooh, okay. Alright, now let me move the the little bird to show that we're drawing this person. Yeah, actually, I'm going to start off with white to show this person's kind of like overall posture. She has her arm kind of like pointing up. We'll make her actually a bit smaller than how big she actually is. Just because I feel like it could be more fitting to the size of the drawing and also help us like how do I say this? Help us make Venus look a little bigger, a little bit more important than she actually is in the painting. It's like little, cartoon techniques. Make the head a bit bigger so you focus on the head, or make the main character a little larger than how the proportions of the actual painting, like size should be. I don't know if this is accurate or not at all, but we'll go over and draw the red area. Oh, that's not really red. We'll use bright red then. I feel like we're covering a little bit too much of the trees in the background, but oh well. Oh well, whatever. Anyways, this is the rough kind of like shapes, so I don't have to be too careful. We can always go back and fix things. Even if I mess up in the background by like drawing too far out in one place or not, or whatever, it should still be fine. Should still be generally... Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Wait! I've only noticed now that this is not actually grass. Oh my god! This is this is kind of like water or an ocean. Oh, and this is the coastline. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Alright, I'll try to incorporate that in a little bit by doing a tiny bit of blue. And now that means that we definitely cannot have this tree standing standing into the ocean. So I'll just be lazy and cover it up. Cover it up with the red cloths. Okay, but going back to trying to like give the greenery that I thought was kind of like this pile or this open field, a blue tint. Okay. Honestly, that looks alright. That looks alright. I'm gonna still go over everything with a little bit of green, just so that it still retains the original kind of like colors. But now this makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Like Venus is arriving on a clam that's not in the middle of a field. Okay, alright. Now that makes a lot more sense. Okay. I think I need to fix some areas over here, but I also do like still kind of like the way that the green is. I didn't do a really good job of like making the strokes blend in together, but now this now this looks so normal. So you were not questioning why there was an oyster in the middle of the field? I mean, after seeing so many and learning about so many different Renaissance paintings, I kind of stopped questioning why things are weird, especially like religious or mythological paintings, because of how absurd some of the concepts are. Just to distinguish the sky a little bit, I'll use a gray brush over here as well. I mean, like, isn't it kind of weird sometimes that that some of these paintings just have some random elements? The ones you see in museums and stuff. I'm hoping that this kind of like gray line helps distinguish the horizon a little bit better. Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay. Okay. Alright. Back to finishing the Spring of Horror. Horror of Spring. Hour of Spring? Okay. We'll go to the face now. And she has a side profile going on, so we can incorporate that into her face. And her neck goes like this into the rest of her dress. And I'm intentionally leaving the rest empty to draw out the hair a different way. And her arm holds the other piece of cloth like this. And there is another piece of white dress that goes out here, and her leg comes out on the bottom, stands on the grass. And the other one's like this. Yeah, close enough. Close enough. Yeah, okay. So now I want to clean up some of the red stuff. Some of the mix between the dress and the clothes that she's trying to give to Venus. Not really good at furls or sides, so we're not gonna do too much on that. Do. Okay, and now, lastly, but definitely not least, is her hair. I'll go with the orange. Her hair kind of fits right above the edge of this. I'll try to make her head a little round so it doesn't look weird. But her hair fits right above the clothes that she's trying to give to Venus as it flies into the winds. Like this. And then, I think there's a bit more that we can do to how the red piece of clothes shapes her body. I don't want to make her look like look really weird, but okay. So first of all, the most important thing I see here is this brown fold. Let's first define her arm. We'll use the gray as the shadow here. Oh shoot. We'll use the gray as the shadow here to define the arm that she is holding the cloth with. Kind of like that. And then the other arm goes up over here, and then we'll make her clothes not look so pristine that it like distracts the viewers from Venus. So I'll give it a gray, kind of like grayish feeling. Nice, nice, nice. And then we'll cover everything with a little bit of white to make it less obvious. We'll also add a bit of patterning because that seems to be very important on this piece of cloth. Now I want to kind of like finish off the background, the clothes that she is giving to Venus because of how important it is. I want to make sure that I get the yellow edges correct first of all. There's like some little frills on the bottom here, so we need to recreate these. And then there's some frills over here. And a little over here. Okay. And now it's time to try and use pink to shade. We'll use the same technique that we did with this over here, with the clothes on the left, and also the oyster. The oyster shading feels very similar to actually how I want to shade the clothes over here. So instead of starting with the darker side, we'll start with the highlights. We'll start with the lighter side and how it like flows down this piece of cloth, this piece of cloth, and make sure that we get all the important parts brightened up, and we can start defining the shapes, defining the folds with the shadow. Alright, so now that we've done this, we want to use a very, very light line of dark red to kind of draw the shape. Draw these shapes, because if you go too hard on some of these lines, then the dark red will take over and make itself stand out too much. But dark red is also perfect to kind of like outline the entire cloth, the entire piece of clothes here. And now we can also do this fall. And the majority of the backside is actually really dark. So we'll try to like incorporate that by making everything over here a little darker. And now I want to finish up this person's hair. The shading on their hair is pretty generic, just a little bit of some coloring. The brown can also help us reveal volume, right? Some strands are darker, some strands are brighter, and then I need to focus on this area, and we are pretty much good. We're pretty much good. We do need to try and draw her face. And her chin, that goes up from here to here. And her neck is a bit darker shaded. Yeah, that looks good. That looks pretty good. I want to I want to make sure the white does not get deformed here. I think honestly it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I like it. I like it. There's a little bit more of the patterning on the clothes that we do need to go over. I'll use this dark color to start drawing in a tiny bit of the patterns. I think I'm doing an okay job of drawing some patterns. It looks like natural enough to be like fine, but I think I need to do a better job of like making some of them stand out a bit more and look more natural. Look more natural. Okay, and then I'll do a very, very, very light kind of like shade over all the patterns to make them look like they fit in. Yeah, okay. I think that looks pretty good. And now it's finally time to draw the actual folds on this person's clothes. So first of all, the arm goes up like this. And then there's a bit of a shading here. Her arm also is a little rounder than what I previously kind of depicted. And her neck area is a bit darker with some flowers and stuff that I'll add in afterwards. We can define her body, her actual body size, her shape through this. And a lot of her clothes from under her waist has a bit of a generic shape to it. Generic folding downwards shape. We can kind of like go over some of this stuff so it's a little less strong. But alright, I think that's pretty good. I do want to make sure the feet is not like little tiny strokes. And we'll cover that in. We'll color that in. And then finally, we'll do little blue. Let's see what kind of blue does the best. Blue, yeah, I like this. Blue decoration on her dresses. This area actually has a what we'll do a dark green and like flower-ish thing. That goes out into there. And then her neck has the same dark green that has some like sort of folds. And that's about it. That's about it. I'll do. I'll do something like this, and then go back to drawing. Go back to drawing the pattern on the dress. This one's a little bit more dense. And then the pattern on the clothes that she's holding. So we'll make sure to do it a lot. Ta-da! Honestly, this looks very good. Oh, right. We do have a few tiny, tiny little flowers to do. Something like this. A few flowers like this that we are missing, but we're so close to being done. Oh my god. Oh wow, this painting took so long. I'm glad it turned out so good. Ooh. Yeah. We'll give it a tiny bit of red in the center here. And do little green stems. Little green stems like this. Ooh, ooh. Ta-da! I like it. I like it a lot. Oh my god. Okay, wait. One final little thing. Final thing is to add a tiny bit of patterning to the oyster. The bottom of the oyster where she is standing. I'll do a little wash. Yellow. Ta-da! Yay! Yeah! Woo! Looks so good. Oh my god. Oof. It turned out so much better than I expected. Wow. I guess the only thing that I'm kind of like hoping we can do a little better is perhaps the trees over here. It feels a little too random. I'll make it a tiny bit bigger as well, because that will cover up the differences on the top of here. And then I'll add little like highlights. Oh, shoot. Oh, sorry about that. Oops. Do. And then we'll go with small stuff over here. Hello, how are you? I'm doing well, Yeah. Thank you for asking, RJ. And then we'll make little changes over here and on the edges. Okay, I'm good. Hands off. Birth of bees. Ooh. Yeah. I'm pretty happy. It took the entire stream, but we're finally done. Let's click yes, and we're good to go. Ta-da! Boom. And let's just... How do I take it off? Okay. We only completed one single painting today. But oh my god. Oh, just because you're so wholesome and great. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much, RJ. Ta-da! We're gonna sell the painting, but I'm a little bit short on time. I didn't expect us to take the entire stream just for one painting. But look at it. Oh my god. Yeah. Come on. Oh. Yeah. 700. But I feel like we could get more. All our effort for only 700 this entire stream. Come on. We got it. Time to extort some more money from poor citizens. Yep, I'll take out all the different numbers. 1084. Ooh, I feel like we can get a little bit more. The world brings chaos, but this brings harmony. Yeah, come on, please. No! Our customers are leaving. Oh, Steve. Hello, Steve. This will be a great addition to your restaurant. Come on. 401? No. Nope. No, Benjamin. Come on. We got this. I'm sure it's worth a little bit more, right? Come on, Banky. I know you can recognize real art when you see it. Come on. 402. No. Come on. Wait, just to take a look at our art book. The Feng Shui. No, what? Sold for... Oh, right, the Lina Mosa. The Lina Mosa sold for 1,000 something. Well, we'll aim for at least 1,000. Ooh. Wow, the craftsmanships. I remember you. Yeah. Might have lucked out on 1k. 1.2k. Yeah, 1.2k almost. Oh, do we greed for more? No, no. Harry's leaving. Okay, fine. Yes! Woo! Just sell. Alright. Okay. Yes! 1.2k. I wonder if we can get a few more colors of some sort. Color mixer is still broken. Gerald. Okay. Alright. I think unfortunately that's all that we have time for today. I'll do a little bit of searching around. But you painting? Yeah, unfortunately I'm a little bit short on time. No, I'm sorry, RJ. Just as you came in today. But here, I'll do fine. I'll do some Here, here. We'll do a quick modernist painting. At least I saw you sell one. Yeah, the culmination of it the entire stream today. I intended on doing some more, but let's do one. This is something that I kind of like. Here, let's do one. This style of modern painting I really like, and it's kind of like a mash of the primary colors, albeit a little bit more like fun. This was fun. Yeah, thank you. I think it was really fun as well. It was a lot of effort. I feel very tired, but let's. Oh, I used the wrong color. I like some of the. I like a lot of the paintings for postmodernism and modernism that uses like very strong shapes and very like thick lines with a lot of primary color. So let's play around with that, and we'll use a little bit of secondary color as well. With perhaps we can go. It's too. It's too straight right now. There's too many straight elements. How can we kind of break this up? Ooh, I like that. I like that. I want to try to hide some meaning in it. Maybe, maybe this thing, this shape over here could be like an eyeball looking towards something, and we'll make something, we'll make something on the side with the light brush. The one thing about like modern art is I'm not very good at trying to like, I'm not very good at understanding a lot of them. Of course, like people always kind of make fun of modern arts, but I really respect a lot of the modern artists with their ways of intention and artwork. Like there's some malicious modern artists, I would say, who who make fun of the, who don't take it seriously or make fun of the medium, but when you see a lot of the actual modern artists, they have a lot of thoughts behind each painting. Like one of the more famous examples is like the piece of white canvas, right? But if you look really closely into it, this white canvas, this huge gigantic white canvas full of white paints, has so many different techniques into this one painting. Like there's different ways of watercoloring, there's different ways, not watercoloring, it's all mostly oil and canvas, I believe, but like the strokes and the shapes that the artists added to make this white painting feel kind of like three-dimensional. Kind of three-dimensional, feels very cool. And so let's see how the people of this town feel about modern art. Let's see. Danger. I don't know. This might be this might be a little bit harder to sell. Okay, come on. Oh my god. Wait, something like this is worth 468? Oh my god. What? I feel like we spent an eternity on the birth of Venus. I think we just sell it. I think we just sell it. Yeah. Alright. Okay. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was really fun. I had a ton of fun with the birth of Venus. Let's go watch it. Let's go watch our little art book. Where is it? Birth of Venus. It's so detailed. The game ran out of space to depict it. Ooh, look at it. Ta-da! Alright, let me download it. Alright. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow. We'll be playing something else. Honestly, I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. Maybe we'll play some more of Passpartout. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.